Today's topic is nuclear decays. Nuclear decays are also known as radioactive decays, and they are of three types. In our last lesson, we studied alpha decay. Today we will study beta and gamma decays. Now there are two types of beta decays, beta minus decay and beta plus decay. Now in beta minus decay, an antineutrino electron is produced, whereas in beta plus decay, a neutrino and positron are produced. Now a few examples of beta minus decay. Radon-228 is converted into actinium-228 with the emission of neutrino and beta particle, and carbon-14 is another radioisotope that is converted into nitrogen-14 with the emission of an electron and antineutrino. An example of beta plus decay is that of carbon-10. Carbon-10 is converted into boron-10 with the emission of neutrino and a positron. Now these two kinds of particles are protons and neutrons, which are inside the nucleus. So in fact they are nuclei of boron and carbon, in which positively charged particles are protons and neutrons are neutral. So in general, we can say that in beta minus decay, a neutron is converted into a proton, and in beta plus decay, a proton is converted into a neutron. Now these are some of the examples of gamma decay. As I have already told you that there is no change in the element, only gamma rays are emitted. So gamma ray emission does not change the element. Carbon remains same, cobalt-60 remains the same, barium-137 remains the same. So kindly note that this is isotope of carbon-12 here. So what happens? When gamma ray emission takes place, this is how we represent a gamma ray photon. So emission of gamma ray photon from excited or unstable nuclei are shown in this way. Okay, after giving out these photons, this unstable nucleus becomes a stable nucleus. So this is another example which I have shared already in the previous slide. Cobalt-60. So this is how we represent an unstable nucleus, which after giving out gamma ray photon becomes a stable nucleus. And this is another example of a gamma decay. Now it must be noted that radioactive decay is a random process at the level of single individual atom. According to quantum theory, it is impossible to predict when a particular atom will decay, regardless of how long the atom has existed. However, for a collection of atoms, the collection's expected decay rate is characterized in terms of their measured decay constants or half-lives. This is the basis of radiometric dating. The half-lives of radioactive atoms have no known upper limit, spanning a time range of over 55 orders of magnitude, from nearly instantaneous to far longer than the age of the universe. Now here in this slide, I would like to make one clarification that radon-228 in beta minus decay is converted into actinium-228 with the emission of an antineutrino. This is antineutrino and a beta particle.